Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 2. Let's start by reviewing the topics and materials that you identified from last week. So last week we were talking about Chapter 1, and it was really an overview of Excel, some of the quick little things you can do with Excel, but I would say Chapter 1 concentrated significantly on formatting your spreadsheets. So from the discussion posts, you had to identify some of the uses of the Excel and then some items of interest. So I saw lots of you interested in figuring out how to do your monthly budget, tracking some weight loss, or tracking personal home inventory items, preparing for a move, tracking family medical information, tracking personal passwords, and there were several other examples. I will tell you that I think as you go through this entire course, by the end, you're going to see so many possibilities on creating an Excel spreadsheet to help improve or make your personal lives better. Some of the items of interest that you identified, wow, I never knew Excel could do that items. You talked a lot about the different formatting options, adjusting column widths, row heights, fonts, and colors. Terrific conversation there. And then some of the super cool tricks. Wow, I never knew Excel could do autofill. I would tell you autofill is probably one of the most useful things to know. I probably use it on every Excel spreadsheet that I create. Auto sum, another one of those really useful things to know. Again, I use it often. However, I'm old school and I tend to, before AutoSum existed, there was a function, which is exactly what you're doing. So oftentimes I'll just type the function out instead of using the AutoSum icon. But again, another great tip to know. And then the Alt-Enter tip that several of you highlighted. Alt-Enter is a useful thing to know. Is probably not the most critical piece of information to know. I highlighted it here because many of you said, wow, again, wow, I never knew you could do that. It is helpful to know, not the most critical. I will tell you one of the things that is important about understanding formats. Formatting is great, and it's great to know that you can change the different formats of an Excel spreadsheet. But the most important information on a spreadsheet is the math. And that's what Chapter 2 is all about. Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 will really delve deeper into the mathematical computations and calculations you can use in Excel. And Excel is fundamentally, at its core, built to perform mathematical calculations efficiently, accurately, and repeatably over time. So let's delve into Chapter 2. So some of the topics for Chapter 2. First off, Chapter 2 is broken into 4 sections. There's formulas that you'll be discussing, statistical functions, functions for personal finance, and then some additional things to help build out and round out that printing tasks or printing tasks that you that Chapter 1 covered a little bit more. As you're going through the Chapter 2 material, the first thing you want to do is download ch2-data.xls file that you can follow from the chapbook. So you can follow the textbook chapter. Under the assignments, you'll have to do a discussion. And the discussion is in your words. Please explain how advances in technology such as Microsoft Excel have helped you in your personal life. If it hasn't, how can you picture yourself benefiting from it? Express how technology has advanced and changed from a decade ago. Then you'll do the Quizlet. You can take this Quizlet as many times as you want or need, and you should aim to score 70% or better. The practice assignment is a financial plan for a lawn care business. So go ahead and download pr2data.xls from the textbook or Canvas to begin. Follow the practice instructions to complete. The last step is a self-check. So the last step in each of these practice assignments, say click on the course files to do a self-check. Again, this textbook is written for anybody to learn Excel, not specific to BayPath, this class, or even Canvas for that matter. So I wasn't able to find these, so I created my own self-checks for you. So what they are instructions on how to change a few data elements in your spreadsheet. And if you did your spreadsheet correctly, your answers will be different, and I give you what those answers are. So it's a quick check to make sure that your spreadsheet works as intended. I will tell you this is a helpful tip or a helpful hint. Whenever you're creating any spreadsheet, know what you should have an example that you can plug in some numbers and know what the answer is going to be, and make sure your spreadsheet answer gives you that answer, so you'll know whether your spreadsheet is working as you intended. And then finally, the last section is an assessment exercise. And this is going to be on hotel occupancy and expenses. You'll download SC2 data from the textbook. Or it's also in Canvas, and then you'll complete the tasks required and submit. So again, the way this textbook works is it works you through an example throughout the textbook with very detailed information. The practice assignment is one step removed in terms of detail, and then the assessment assignment even one step removed from there for assessment detail. So good luck. I will be checking in throughout the week and perhaps adding some more things for you to think about as we go through the week. Have a great week with Chapter 2.